Authority meteorologist Ron Rhodes.
Heard good things about that. All right, you ready for a life hack? It's
Emma, I don't know. Have you done this one already?
Yeah, I've done it already.
Okay.
I'm not impressed with it. All right, here's the deal. This year, when your friends ask you what you want for Christmas, just say your favorite book. Not your favorite book, but your favorite book. Say, Whitney asked me, what do you want for Christmas? I would say, your favorite book. You know why? Because you'll get a mini library of awesome reading material that your friends build.
Well, you would
because they'll say, well, I've got a lot of different favorite books. Let me give you this one and this one and this one, so you're going to get plenty of presents. That's not a bad idea, I guess.
It's not. I mean, and if you would want to read other kinds of material other than what, if you always read fiction, maybe you'll get something historic, or if you like, you know, I don't know, mysteries, then you'll get a cookbook. Okay. You know, you never know.
Well, I mean, look, seriously. I mean, I'm always interested in finding new books, and it's almost like I'm interested in finding new shows, because I think it's kind of cool, too. There's so many good ones out there. All right, here's the life hack from over the weekend. Want to burn 100 calories right now? I do. Okay.
Well, it depends on what it is.
Do 40 jumping jacks, 30 crunches, 20 squats, and 10 push-ups. You go on over there, Angie.
I'll get started. I'll get started. Y'all can tune in every now and then and see how
That would be hilarious. She is burning 100 calories. I know. We've already done our April Nate routine. Handstanding grandma was in here early. We did our workout for the day. We take a look at the Twin Bridges right now. They had a multi-car accident on the Twin Bridges earlier this morning, backed up traffic for a bit, but they cleaned it up pretty quickly. It was only down for about an hour, at least backed up for about an hour. Now, things are flowing nicely, northbound and southbound, no problems whatsoever that we can see, and we've got plenty of sunshine out there as we take a look at what's going on. From the east side, or at least looking at the east side of Evansville, from our Diamond Valley Federal Credit Union camera, I love how the flag is just hanging there. I mean, the wind is not a big factor today, and it's not going to be a big factor, really, looks like, all week long. We could use the break. We had a really windy week last week. A lot of days were windy. Sometimes some are windy and warm, some are windy and cold. But yeah, now we've got basically the wind giving us a bit of a break. And really, I mean, no worries about any storms like what we had on Saturday. And it's not going to be bitter cold like we had yesterday. Look at that beautiful blue sky over downtown Owensboro. So we look out towards Smothers Park from the Hampton Inn. And then down in Central City, now we did have some clouds kind of cut through the sky earlier this morning, but then that high pressure builds in, and high pressure is dry descending air. And it's basically beating down the clouds, and now you've just got this vivid blue sky. And of course, this time of the year, without the humidity you see in the summertime, it is a deep blue sky that we have out there from Austin Holmes' camera there. And then from downtown on top of Fifth Third Bank, tallest building in town, we've got a Superior Ag camera with a superior view of the Evansville riverfront as we look out toward the southwest and the west side of town. Right now, the temperature at the airport, 37 degrees. Now, the big factor, of course, is the wind, or at least a lack of a wind. There's not much out there. West-southwest at 3 miles an hour. It's going to shift more to the south, though, from here on out. So when you get that southerly wind, it should keep us a little bit warmer tonight. I mean, it's still going to be cold, don't get me wrong. Temperature's going to drop down below freezing. But we were down into the teens in some areas this morning. Actual temperature, not wind chill. And tomorrow morning, about 10 degrees warmer for most of us. We're talking about upper 20s out there, so a little bit more doable with that south wind in play. And then we're going to be cooling off again on Wednesday. I'll show you that with Future Track here in a second. Temperature-wise, how low can we go? Got some 40s on the board now, but 33 degrees in Lagodi as low as I see. 34 in French Lick. Can we do a little run? 35? No, I don't think so. Man, I mean, everybody else, I've already showed you all the 36s, or 37s. 36 degrees right now in Jasper, 37 in Tell City, as well as Owensboro and Henderson, 38 Madisonville, Greenville, 39. We've got our first 40s on the board to the west as we have that warmer air starting to work its way in. 42 Harrisburg and 40 in Carmi. So nice to see that. Hey, check this out. We had that frost this morning. And oh, by the way, get used to that this week, because one reason why we weren't seeing a lot of frost last week, or really at all for a while, is because of too much wind in play, even early in the morning, getting that wind. The wind will keep the frost from forming. We didn't have the wind this morning. We got the frost. So people were scraping their cars. But this dude is out there. Look at that tall grass with all the frost on it. Really cool shot. This is from Amber Deitch in Owensboro. And that's Woody, her dog, out there for a walk. And he says Woody loves the frosty grass. So that's pretty cool. Dogs, they love that kind of stuff. The dogs like snow. It seems like a lot of them do. They love the frost and all that kind of stuff. They just love being outside, I think, as much as anything. Let me step aside so you can see this great shot here. This is from last night in Henderson. Wayne Bugg. He got this great shot of the setting sun. Now, I noticed it too. And oh, by the way, the sun is going to be setting 1 minute later than it did over the weekend. You may think, who cares, right? Well, we're not even to the solstice. The winter solstice is the shortest day of the year, right? We're still losing time in the morning. I mean, it's almost 7 o'clock before the sun is rising. But at least we've gone from 4:30 for sunset time to now 4:31 will be the sunset time tonight. Anyways, around 4:30 last night, I could see the tent in the house. You know, it was looking kind of golden. And I thought, you know what? I'll bet we got a good looking sunset. And we did. Mine did not look as good as Wayne's, so I'm glad Wayne sent that one in. And also after the thunderstorms on Saturday, and of course they had the big thunderstorm south of us in Tennessee and points to the south from there. For us, so we did have a few storms out there to deal with. Fortunately, nothing close to what they were getting down to the south. But check it out. After the storms rolled in, beautiful rainbow. Love that he got the whole shot here. This is David Dormeyer. He hails from Tennyson in Warwick County, so this might be from Tennyson, but I'm not exactly sure. But he said you could faintly see the second bow. There's always a second bow, but sometimes it's too faint to be seen. Looks like it's right in there, that secondary bow, but you got the primary bow looking good. Thank you so much, David, for sending that picture my way. Live first warning Doppler radar, nothing to show you north, south, east, and west. And we are seeing some clouds upstate in Indiana, up around Indianapolis, and if you're traveling up to around Chicago, you're seeing some clouds, but nothing falling from those clouds. We're getting a little bit of lake effect off the lakes. And of course, after the big thunderstorms that we had yesterday down to the, or I should say Saturday, down to the south, now that system has worked its way off the coast. Good riddance to that. And we were looking at, on the backside in its wake, not much of anything. In fact, I'm not only expecting no severe thunderstorms today, but really not much of any thunderstorms at all. I mean, severe or otherwise, across the entire country. So we're looking pretty good. And over the next 3 days, the country is going to get a break from any type of severe weather, it looks like. Future track, really not much of anything to track. You can see we've got plenty of sunshine today, almost a blank map. Just a few clouds kind of cutting through the sky. Mainly clear tonight. And again, with that south wind, it's not going to be a big wind, but around 5 miles an hour. It's going to keep the temperature up a little bit more. We're still going to drop just below the freezing mark. Upper 20s is where most of us will be for a low tonight. And then look at this, 6 o'clock tomorrow. And we're gonna roll through the day. Here we are at noon, there we are at 5:30. Day is over with, didn't see anything. It's a blank map. It's gonna be almost straight sunshine with high pressure and control. That changes though, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. You can see more clouds starting to move in. We've got a cold front, a weak front's gonna slide on in. Doesn't look like it's gonna drum up anything but clouds, but you can see plenty of clouds out there as we head into the day on Wednesday. And then we're going to be a little bit chillier on Wednesday, but we'll bounce back into the 50s again later on this week. 44 today though for a high with plenty of sunshine and not a whole lot of wind out there. So I like what I see there. It is warmer than yesterday, so that's a step up, although that's a low bar. All right, the 3-degree guarantee called for a high on Friday of 60, got up to 59. That will work. Matthew Walls, it works for Matthew. He's got himself a sock cap, or if you want to call it a toboggan, courtesy of Ackerman Chiropractic. Come on by the station and pick it up. Matthew, if you could pick it up this week, we'd appreciate it. Next week, don't, because Pam is not going to be here next week. The Simpsons are on vacation, so that time of the year. 44 degrees today, 52 tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine both today and tomorrow. More clouds moving in on Wednesday. Staying dry, though, but a temperature setback down into the mid-40s again. We bounce right back into the 50s on Thursday, 51 on Friday, and you can see low to mid-50s over the weekend. Now, the weekend, we are going to see a few more clouds than what we're seeing over the next couple of days. So, I mean, a little cloudier generally this time of the year. If you're going to warm up, you generally have more clouds. So.
Not bad, though.
No, not bad at all. Here's another one of those rainbow pictures right there. Don't you love what you see?
Get out of the way here.
That's a David Dormeyer shot right there. So love it. Oh, I have another one too from HuMad. So well, I'll show that tomorrow.
Where's that pot of gold, David? Give me a picture of that.
Right behind this tree right there, or that tree over there. You search that side, I'll take this side.
We'll be back right after this. Well,